4 useful tips on efficient managing your time. Many people in our wild and instantly changing age hardly have any minute to spare for their beloved activity. It is not fair. We need to find time for recreation, entertaining and relaxing. We must do it. To live a complete and fulfilling life. You want it, don't you? Then let's see how to make the most of these 24 hours. Let's start with elementary arithmetic. A day comprises only 24 hours, sleeping takes at least 8 hours, and there are also work and study hours to be taken into account. And not much time remains for yourself. Many people in our wild and instantly changing age hardly have any minute to spare for their beloved activity. It is not fair. We need to find time for recreation, entertaining and relaxing. We must do it. To live a complete and fulfilling life. You want it, don't you? Then let's see how to make the most of these 24 hours. Do you know what you want? Time problems arise when you can't make the right choice. You often scatter yourself to fulfilling tasks of doubtful necessity. You usually start working on something just because it caught your eye or somebody asked you for a favor. Your indecision and failure to refuse are the reasons why you are not masters of your own time. You may utterly change the situation by asking yourself 3 simple questions before you set yourself to doing something. Is it really very necessary? Do I have to do it right now? May I entrust someone else with this task? Acting like this, you will spare yourself from the extra waste of time, energy, and strength. The same goes for implementing long-term goals. You are likely to have more than one version of a future, some of which may appear very tempting. But only one can be realized. It does not essentially concern global questions. More frequently you are exhausted and take as a burden even rather than trifle problems. Take it easy. The above questions may not appear to be helpful when you decide on a long-term goal. How then must we make the right choice and release from the inner tension and alongside set it to the right course? Give freedom to your subconsciousness. It is never wrong, and don't fall into useless reflection. Consider the following effective method that is also very simple. Before going to bed, formulate the problem you want to solve in a clear and brief manner. Assume a positive attitude. For example, I will manage to write a win-win marketing essay for the college. Let this phrase be your last thought for this day. As for routine problems, you will find a solution in a day or 2. A more serious matter will take longer, but you will require less effort than when you are thinking as usual. A great power of planning. You have determined your goal. But how do you find the time for its implementation? You definitely need a plan. Sit down, take a sheet of paper and a pen or a pencil. Your task is to make up a timetable for next week. Keep in mind the following points when creating the plan. Allocate enough time for sleeping. Mark work and study hours. Reflect on all the daily activities you have to do, shopping, getting to college work, cooking, etc. Think of the interests you don't want to part with / sacrifice in any case and assign 2 hours for them. Now as you have completed the table, look at how much time is left. And these hours you will spend on reaching your goal. You should stick to the terms of goal implementation. It does not suggest you're planning how much you must do during this period. For example, your goal is to win an academic grant. Don't plan that on Wednesday from 19.00 till 22.00 you will be writing your scholarship essay and skimming 50 pages of your textbook. This is the shortest way to failure. The more you have planned, the more nervous you will be, more often you will be checking if your progress complies with your forecast. In fact, the only thing you have to do is to make yourself start working on the issue at the definite moment. If you have managed to fulfill everything you have planned, praise yourself. This method will also raise your self-esteem.